Battle control initialized.
Hello there, comrades and cannon fodder. Dvoid here. I've got a 1v1 game on Timian map for you here. I'm using Russia, my opponent's using Germany for this one. I'll speed up the initial early phase a little bit and look at production. I always send an early engineer to capture this first, get the easy, safe captures as early as possible. And then go for the standard oil derrick capture and contest the enemies after that. Double ref build for both, but my opponent's decided to place his at different patches, and I'm not sure if that's the best bet. He's using his engineer here, which is never a good idea. You don't do that, because it's a waste. Any standard positioning of infantry will, make this kind of move a pointless. There you go. You don't bother doing that. Every time it's been in a game against me, that's what happens. May as well just leave it off somewhere else till later in the game. Early clashes over this oil derrick here. My opponent lost his engineer, so he's not capturing mine. He can try and destroy it. But where's his scout vehicle? Oh, there it is. He can snipe my engineer. He can see that easily. Oh, it'll be close. Yes, that was very close, but if you sniped it. See, it's very risky doing that. It's so easy to kill the engineer with your first scout vehicle. An APC can quickly drive up and snipe him and get away. I mean, a range is easy to destroy, but you lose your engineer. It's a high risk doing that. I should have learned. But I've ended up the oil contesting phase with 2-1 in my favour, so I've got 2 oil derricks. My opponent's expanding this way, which isn't the usual route. This is a nice large patch you should secure as early as possible. And we're expanding at the same timing, although his placement of his expansion ref is ahead of mine a little bit. And he's doing a lot of scouting with his ranger. Here we go. Yeah. He's escaped. Now my 5th refinery is being built. I've sent this MCV up here. And in 15 seconds I can place that next ref. Let's have a look at the early. There's the scouting, so he knows. He should have seen my army and knows where it is. So let's just have a look at the initial army values. Yeah, about the same. I'm about 1 grand ahead, roughly. Not quite, but nearly 1,000 ahead in army value. I've got an attack here, but I always defend this area fairly well. I've got these as well. Hopefully they'll turn back. It put him off, but what's he doing? I've attacked here. Setting up an MCV, following my units. But yeah, I'm not doing it very well there, because that base defence can't take part in the battle. My opponent's having another go. He's trying to pick off some ore trucks. Got 2 battles going on at the same time. My opponent's pushing without vehicles. Those infantry are dead meat. But I've been wiped out here. My opponent can push as well because he's got some rocket troops amongst those rifles. But these guys are leaving. This place is safe, I know that. But I'm worried about this area. I've got an MCV vulnerable here. What am I ready to place in my production? Ready to place a war factory, but I don't want to be putting it here. Yeah, it's a forward war factory, but nah. I usually avoid doing that nowadays because It's just too vulnerable there. Yeah, I need to group there with my building as many flame towers as I can. Sending up some units. Yeah, without vehicles, these guys, they're just, you can't attack a base. A few rifles and base defences will deal with even a large group of enemy infantry. I've caught them between two small forces. It's been a fair bit of combat considering we're only in 8.5 minutes. It's been a fairly decent game in that sense. Some early aggression of decent sized forces. I'm keeping my production here to keep this area reinforced, and my tanks are coming from there as well. But I will need to move out this home base MCV because it's been delayed. I should be expanded here already. I'm ready to place a refinery soon. So I'm guessing I'll put it here though. That's not the best bet. I can contest this and stop the enemy harvesting it, as they're also doing to me, and then harvest this. This is what we're both thinking, look. And I've got V2s in action now. And he's packing up by the looks of it. He's seen my forces, he's leaving. And he's bringing more reserves in. I shouldn't be fighting near that barrel, look, it blew up. What's happening up here? Yeah, he's gathering some reserves here, look, which is good. But he's not got much to play with. You know, his army value is smaller than mine. He knows it as well, because he knows the size of this force and the assets I've got with it. He shouldn't be doing that. He should be there, moving towards me. That's no good. You need to stop the units, look, so they're not moving forward, and, you know, it's less attack time when they've got movement between targets and things. Don't move. Stop the units as soon as they're engaged. Highlight the front row and press S. Stop them when you're in a battle like that, an engagement like that. Two large forces lined up against each other. If one of them is moving and one of them is stopped still, the one that's still will win. Yeah, he's selling up. I've caught a very important part of his economy here, but I'm keeping that alive because I want thieves, obviously. No, they're shooting the ore trucks, has blown the refinery away. I won't be happy. I wouldn't have been happy about that. But there's been no threat to my assets here. It's all attacking the enemy, and he's struggling to hold it off. He's got nothing now. His army value's been destroyed. GG'd, he's called it. There we go. I'll check to see if we had another game straight after that, but there's the Hummer Thieves, look, running into action. I'll go through the basic stats and army graph. Yeah, there's the army graph, look, at one point we're very close at when we peaked, but my army graph also peaked later. And earnings... Oh, he had a nice stable income there, and then started to increase in his income, probably when he started to mine this later. It was too late. Combat, yeah. That's reflected in the game, in what we saw, in that it was all mainly attacking and one player attacking, one player defending mainly, and that's reflected in the combat tab there. Economy tab. There's the basics. And there you go. Fairly basic battle, but it was a good one. Good example. And I employed a little bit of basic tech. So I hope you enjoyed watching it. And until next time, thank you very much. And goodbye.
Battle control terminated.